Alright, welcome back to Bikini Bottom for the PC. I actually decided to cut the episode before starting this because it's going to take a decent amount of time if the last trivia level is any indication because of how slowly this is running. So, this will give me ample time to talk about what I was going to talk about earlier with Doug Lawrence. So, it's the same robot. I guess it's just one of the breeds of robot in this game. Game show robot. Squawk, I guess. It's pretty. It's never being truly confirmed. I don't think that they're related. But so, as I was saying at the end of last episode, supposedly originally Doug Lawrence, voice actor of Plankton and a few other characters, was going to be the voice of Spongebob, not Tom Kenny. And supposedly, when Spongebob does that heroic voice, which I believe is still Tom Kenny voicing it, like he did in that previous cutscene that led up to this game, this minigame, supposedly that's actually Tom Kenny, or whoever it is, maybe it's Tom Kenny, doing their best imitation, or kind of mockery, playful mockery, whatever, of Doug Lawrence's style of voicing, which I find is kind of funny. And I can tell. It feels very Doug Lawrence-y, which is kind of amusing. What are you grabbing onto, Scooter? There's no bar there. Alright. Hit me with the next one. I've been waiting for quite a while for it. Oh, that's a weird one. Tortellini! Ah, come on. I wish Tortellini was actually one of the options. So was that episode released yet by this time? It probably was. Or tennis balls. Oh well. I feel like I have an unnatural advantage by the game running in like 1/3 speed. It's actually supposedly closer to 50. It says the emulation speed's at about 50%. Feels a lot slower than that to me. Literally making me yawn. It's putting me to sleep. Well, it's more like I'm staying up past my bedtime to play this game. Which, actually, I would not normally go to bed for another hour, but still. I lost sleep. I definitely lost sleep last night because of this game. I lost sleep the night before that a little bit too, for that matter. Maybe I shouldn't answer these questions so quickly because that means the score has to go up for longer. Do I only need like 500 points? It's a low standard. Bikini Bottom for console, expected much more of the player. Naturally. The grumpaphone. The sound of grumps. Unfortunately, I don't have some big story to talk about like I did with Patrick Trivia. I wonder if there's going to be a trivia in every single one of these. I hope not, because this is going to take a while. Oh man, 98 points this time. Nearly perfect score. But I'm not going to have enough, I don't know, commentary ammunition for all of those. And the thing is, I'm kind of surprised I managed to fill in the last trivia game with something vaguely interesting and related to the game in the first place, because generally I consider coming up with stuff to talk about to be one of my weaker points as a commentator on this channel. That'd be, I mean, it's somewhat by design because I deliberately focus more on the games than myself. Wait, but they don't seem to need oxygen. What constitutes an emergency that necessitates an oxygen tank? Forgetting that they're... or remembering that they're human and should be able to... I'm not sure... Aqua. I mean... I can see Scooter right here behind me, and I'm not sure I know the answer to that. It's not very... he's not exactly a primary color. It depends on the artist, too. Sometimes he's drawn green, sometimes he's drawn blue. But anyways, as I was saying, usually I bring more attention to the game I'm playing than to myself, whatever I'm saying. That's usually my mentality for me playing these games and commentating them. And as such, if I'm ever left in a long stretch of time where I don't really have anything to bounce off of in the game, like right now I'm just waiting, I basically just have to fill in 10 whole minutes of nothingness while talking here. It's a little bit tougher, but I did okay last time, I guess. See, the reason I slowed down talking just then was because something crossed my mind. I was thinking through it. There is something I did once on this channel. Once, back in Boomblocks actually, towards the end. That might actually be pretty good to do here. Ah, geez, I don't remember this one. Snell? Oh, Snelly. Yeah. But, so one thing I did once, and this was actually taking inspiration from another Let's Play that did this many years ago. I have no idea what Squid was trying to say. In a very slow segment of the game, to make it go faster, there's nothing I can do to make this game run faster. But, I could speed it up in post. Of course. So what I could do, I could play this normally, and then speed it up in post-editing. The issue then is if you're going to understand what I'm saying, if my voice is sped up. The solution? For me to talk slow. Which, I've done it before, it works. And it was something I had actually wanted to find an excuse to do for so many years after watching somebody else do it, like, seriously like 7 years ago or something like that, or 8, something like that. Oh geez, that's like an art question. Oh. Get the wrong key. That was not my final answer. Don't lock that in. This one, it's just only, there's only one reasonable answer. So, but I wanted to find an excuse to do that for so long, after saying that for so many years, and I eventually got to do it in Boomblocks, and now it seems like it might be necessary to do it now. So, in fact, starting now, I'll even write a note. Will I write a note to do it? I'm not going to have the note to see tomorrow morning when I actually render this. I might just have to try to remember, hopefully. I won't like forget and then it'll be really awkward. But to make this slightly less painful, I will start talking slowly now. And I'll speed up the footage. So, I don't know if the game is still looking like it's running really slowly, but at the very least, even though I'm going to sound very robotic, you can at least still understand what I'm saying, and you don't have to wait quite as long. At least this time, I'm only going to speak like this for a few minutes, so it's not going to be too hard to stop speaking like this. Last time when I did this, it was in my Boomblocks playthrough, and I spoke like this for an entire half hour. That was quite the experience, because afterwards, I had been speaking like this for so long, I have no idea what the answer to this one is. I think it's that one. I think that one was a button pen that you wore once. But after doing this for Boomblocks for half an hour, it was hard to start speaking normally again, and on top of that, even my thoughts had started to become slow. My own internal monologue in my head was tempted to say the words, to produce the words, slowly, like I'm speaking now. I always find that something similar happens, but in reverse, if I watch a video for 10 minutes or so, at a higher speed, for example, at 2 times speed. Probably lots of magazines. I believe the one that showed up in the show was Fancy Livin', but I don't remember when, or which episode. The trivia questions are very, very much small trivia in most cases, or extremely obvious. The more trivial ones are tricky to know much about because they're such small details that I can't even remember what episodes they're from in most of the cases. I wonder if Squidward looks really hyper-energetic in double speed. Probably not, because the game is probably still running at less than normal speed. At half speed. 2, I think? 3. 3 for 3. A gazillion. It depends on what your resolution is. I can't see Squidward's forehead wrinkles very well from here, but I find it weird that some of these questions are effectively just about the artist's reference guide for drawing these characters. Whatever the case, we're finally about done here, so I'll get to restarting this game so that we can watch the following cutscene at a reasonably decent speed. See you then. Welcome back. Somewhat reasonable emulation speed. Man, he was really running there. Wait a minute. That's a line that they reused that line from Operation Guided Patty. How weird.
Down the cave wall, avoiding clambots along the way. Move the mouse up or down to climb, and click left or right to switch ropes. Collect all of the superhero gadgets to continue to the next game.
So you can't. For some reason, I was talking earlier about the matter of collecting all the gadgets or not collecting all of them, and I don't know why it was, because I already knew you have to collect all the gadgets to actually move to the next. You have to collect all the whatevers to go to the next game. Oh, come on. This is not very mermalair music. But whatever the case, man, it's weird talking normally again and having a game that runs a little bit better. It's... Come on. That's fine, Squidward. I like that icon of Squidward up top for the live counter. But, so I'll probably do what I did just now for all of the trivia games, if there are more trivia games, which I have a feeling there will be. There might be one for every area, in which case we'll see that a few times more. If that's the case, no big deal. I know how to make it work now, so it's not much of an issue. It's just really slow. Which for you guys probably won't be too fun to watch if it actually takes a whole like 10 minutes every time, or longer to actually get through. So I'll just speed up the game. Every single time. Which means I'll have to go through extended periods of time speaking, well, not especially extended, but I'll have to speak slowly for each of those again. With the game also running really slowly, which is also in part why I'm speaking slowly, of course. But what that means for me is effectively that my entire world gets slowed down. I'm running a really slow game and I'm speaking really slow for a little while. At least it's not like for half an hour, when like I did with Boom Blocks, but I think that's just how I'm gonna have to do it here. I mean, yikes. Whatever, indeed. The great efforts I'm going through to play this game. I feel like most of these things are belonging to Mermaid Man. Maybe it's just the funny things that belong to Mermaid Man. So I noticed the ones that belong to Mermaid Man quite a lot. And this one's getting... There you go, pretty anxiety-inducing. Where are we going down, by the way? Should we be going up or something if you want to get out of the mermalair? I swear, if there turns out to be... There's nothing to cut out. You cut it out. There turns out to be something to pick up on the left side here. I'd be very unhappy. Oh, but I do like the speed. Are these gonna reconverge at some point? That would be better. But these are two totally separate paths right now. It looks like there's something to pick up on each side, which is very concerning to me. Go back, Squiddy! Oh wow. Yeah, so only one way actually is the way to go. That's mean, because you have to go pretty far down here. At the very least. I'd get a gadget anyway, so it's not wasting time. Yeah, you got some pretty decent upper body strength going on here, Squiddy. It's great exercise. There are game shows you could win by doing this. Are you? The rope's right there. Alright, we're almost there. And after I finish this minigame, I'll finally be done with the first recording session of this game. Although, it was fun. I'm enjoying this game. In spite of all the effort it takes. I think all the effort it's taking is what's going to make this playthrough so special, in all honesty. The ridiculousness of having to bear through the game running awkwardly. The hours I've spent getting everything running. Having to switch up graphics cards partway through. Having had to switch to playing this on Windows 98 instead of Windows XP like everything else. Stuff like that. I also want to lose life just to see what will happen. See what the animation's like and whatnot. I don't know if I care to waste the time to do so. And then other strange small things like having to speak slowly. And see the footage afterwards for part of it as well. Anyways, so one of these ways is the way to go. Another one is not. At least not yet. I figured that might happen. Freezing is actually not very useful. Sometimes it feels like more of a hindrance. Or if enemies are somewhere where I don't want them to be. Of course, Andy goes to the left anyways. Could I not just use the arrow keys? I didn't click there, but I did press. I probably should press the left key instead of the right key. So you can use the left and right keys. But you have to use the mouse to go up and down. There's no reason for this to be mouse controlled. Gratuitous mouse controls are like gratuitous motion controls. It's just a lot less precise. Although, mouse controls can be precise now that I think about it. I've played some manic shooters, bathtub gear, great. Some manic shooters, that's one way of calling them, with the mouse before. And I actually prefer that over using a joystick or anything like that. Lots of dodging of bullets in very, very fine ways. Anyways, let's get out of here. I feel like I have to go to the left because that's, yep, the one that takes more effort. And hopefully just the one more, and we'll be done here. Alright, so that'll be it for this episode. See you guys next time! I'll let you see the scene, just as a teaser for next episode.
Phew. I finally got away from that moron.
Hi, Squidward. It's me, your teammate. Now let's go find Mermaid Man and Barnacle, old buddy, old pal.
Find them! They're right behind you, you barnacle brain!
I'm not falling for that one again. Mermaid Man and Barnacle,
Yes, we've been formulating a plan to hide from, stop the robots.
Why did they never actually help stop the robots in
Yeah.
the console version? I think it was because they had a doctor's appointment or something.
Can't do a crime fight without them. I mean, what kind of mindless spoon would take a superhero's gadgets?
Why are you lagging so much? Probably because there's so many characters on screen.
I don't know.
Oh, you again. Just put them back there on.
Oh hey, no, I didn't take them. I found them. I've been helping collect them.
It's Mermaid Man and nappy time.
Anyways, see you next time, everyone.